So I think it's on now. Uh, right. So I'll start from the beginning. I don't actually really know why I'm doing this video other than I can't believe I'm in my house coat, but I think I'll be able to block that out. But so I am an alcoholic and a drug addict, and also I'm a compulsive gambler. I have been sober and clean since May 19th, 2007. I was pretty messed up. Like I wasn't a happy kid before I wasn't even a happy kid. I was just pretty miserable. Even at 3 years old, I remember just being so sad all the time. So sad. It's just like I did not fit in this world. And then my mom married my stepdad, and he was an alcoholic and abusive, and you know, but I was already pretty bad off before she married him anyways. After meals, just a brief, I don't want to go into the hugest thing, but just for an example of maybe why I'm so messed up. After every meal, I had to get on my hands and knees and lick the floor around my chair, and the top of the chair, like the seat, clean. And that was his way of teaching me to have table manners. So, long story short, I started running away when I was 13 because I just didn't want to come home. But I would get caught, or I would come home because I would be scared. And so my mom started sending me to live with my real father, who I had not met until the day I arrived. I was 14. And just, maybe I didn't give it a chance, but it wasn't a good fit. His wife wasn't too keen on the idea of his estranged daughter coming to live there, and I wasn't too thrilled with it either. So it just, it was turmoil for everybody. And it just didn't work out. He would send me back to my mom, and then I would get in trouble, and she would send me back to him, and that was about a 2-year thing. Then when I turned 16, I just decided I wasn't going home anymore. I was not going home. I wasn't going to let him do what he had done, and I wasn't going home. So then I had to pretty much commit to homelessness as a 16-year-old, and pretty much commit to everything that goes along with being a 16-year-old girl and having nowhere to go and having to accept certain situations in order to have a place to sleep that night. And so I started drinking, not specifically drinking. I would do any drug that anyone gave me. It didn't matter. It didn't even matter if it wasn't. I just did anything that anyone gave me. Mostly because, like, everything hurt so bad. And that was, like, a really easy way to make it not hurt. And, so then when I was 19, my mom had finally divorced her husband, and she let me move back in with her, but, like, it was already done. It was kind of like I was already too far gone, And I maintained in a way that I don't know if I should be closer or further away. I maintained in a way that I found a new boyfriend, and he beat the crap out of me all the time, and so I drank every night for that. And then I moved back in with my mom. I was 21. I had met that guy pretty quickly after my mom let me move back in, and when I was 19, and then when I was 21, I left because I had the courage to leave. But I was drinking at least a fifth of any type of alcohol every night. I was really heavy because I drank so much alcohol. I was just so depressed. And so shortly after that, I met the man who would be my first husband. And I don't know, that was kind of like playing house, and it was kind of like good enough. So I wasn't drinking all the time, and he was working. We had our own apartment, and I mean, it was hard. He was mean. Yeah, he didn't hit me all the time, but he did hit me. And then I got pregnant with my daughter. And she was my daughter was everything. But I couldn't stop drinking. So, long story short, we got divorced, and he took my daughter, because I'm an alcoholic. And, my mom came and kicked me out of the house I was living in, because it was hers. She had a house that she had used for rental properties, and I was living there, and she kicked me out. And, so I don't know, I guess I was 24, maybe 25 at the time. And I was homeless again. Only this time, doing what I had to do every night to have a place to stay or to get money wasn't as painful as it was when I was young. But I was a drug addict and an alcoholic, and that is what I did every single night. Drugs, alcohol, sell my body. You know, whatever it took. In and out of jail. So, to fast forward, May 18th, 2007, I went to jail for the last time. It was a long time. I say it was a long time, but it was only 4 months. But, so May 19th, 2007 is the first day I did not use drugs or alcohol to this date. Today's date is March 19th, 2019. So I've been sober all this time, and I've had my ups and downs, and I was like about 4 years sober when I went gambling the first time. And I gambled last night. I've had brief periods where I could stop and where I couldn't stop. I have a good job. I could have a good home. I have a good husband. My daughter was killed in an auto accident on December 1st, 2018. She was 19 years old. And I had to wait until she was 18 before I could communicate with her. And we had a really good relationship until the day she died. But my daughter died, and I couldn't drink, and I couldn't use drugs, and I couldn't do anything to cover it up, so I've had the hardest time going to work. I might even get fired tomorrow because I didn't go to work today. And that's when I got a real bad case of the buckets. I've been gambling a lot. Last night was nearly $2,000. The weekend before was about $1,500. The weekend before was $2,000. Been taking credit card cash advances. And basically, I wish I had some sort of, I wish I was posting this to say, like, I know how to get out of this, or that I'm this amazing recovering addict, but I'm not. I'm an alcoholic and an addict that doesn't drink or use drugs anymore, and I'm a gambling addict, and I'm experiencing the worst grief that I don't know really how to do it. My daughter was like everything. She was everything I was waiting for. I didn't get sober for her, but I got sober because I wanted to, like, forge a path for her in case she ever needed to know how to face things that she may do in her life. And now I'm sitting in the closet and I can't even face my boss tomorrow because I gambled and I didn't go to work today. I'm 40. I'm not going to tell you that. I don't know, so maybe I'll check in tomorrow and it will be much better. I can come home and tell you that I made it through work, and maybe nobody will see this at all, and that will be okay too. Thank you.